Firefighters are now getting the upper hand on the Chariot Fire near Julian, and 10 News reporter Allison Ash is in the fire zone with the latest numbers and why CAL FIRE knew the area was ripe for this kind of disaster.
We now know that more than 7,000 acres have burned in the Chariot Fire and more than 120 structures. You can see behind me some of the heavy equipment that's been used to fight those fires. CAL FIRE says it's now 40% contained, but the fight along the Sunrise Highway isn't over yet. This was the worst of it. Erratic winds sending flames every which way and creating an inferno that scorched the Albar Shriners camp. Dozens of cabins now are piles of ashes, with the skeletons of golf carts parked outside next to blackened garden gnomes. The American flag and this memorial seem to be the only things untouched. Firefighters trucked in water to pour on the flames from the ground, while helicopters made water drops all day long on the more than 7,000 acres wiped out by this fire. To give you a sense of the before and after, behind me, the blackened east side of the Sunrise Highway. And then if you look over here, the west side, at least this section of it, still green. But many areas are now left without a trace of green. In Storm Canyon, east of the highway, the land is now barren. Before the fire broke out Saturday, it was already a concern for firefighters.
This fuel bed, actually what we're standing in, is about 16 years old, but just on the other side of the canyon, we have a fuel bed's 22 years old, and one just on the other side of us is over 30 years old. So it went through the desert floor fuels, light to medium to heavy fuels.
It was a perfect storm. Heavy erratic winds and vegetation ripe for spreading flames. The good news is firefighters believe the Chariot Fire is now surrounded and won't be able to do much more damage. CAL FIRE says damage assessment teams will be out here tomorrow, and then we'll get a much better idea of how much this massive fire cost. In Mount Laguna, Allison Ash, 10 News.